Yes, exactly. Yeah. Oh. So when you whack yourself in the head, you can tell how. Hi everyone, it's Andew Ross. I'm here with Jean-Michel Bouffard. Jean-Michel works at CRC, and we're going to talk a little bit about OpenMoko. So Jean-Michel, first of all, could you tell us just a little bit about what you do at CRC and a little bit about CRC?
Yeah, CRC stands for the Communication Research Center. So it's a federal research lab here in Ottawa, involved in different projects about telecommunication. So personally, I am in the broadcasting branch of this center. So we do different projects about broadcasting. So we have some testing, so some part of the group are making evaluation about the new broadcasting standards that could be deployed here in Canada. From my part, I'm more working into the application side of broadcasting.
Okay, that's interesting. Now, recently you did a talk in Waterloo about the OpenMoko platform and OpenMoCast. Could you tell us maybe a little bit about why you got involved with OpenMoko and some of the things that interested you about OpenMoko?
Well, the goal we had is to enable new platform to broadcasting technologies. So the problem that exists with this technology is that in devices, there are not much broadcasting receiver in mobile devices because most of these devices are controlled by telecommunication companies. So these companies are not really interested to go into broadcasting because they are operating their own network, like the cell phone network, like GSM and so on. So because we want broadcasting to succeed and new technologies to appear in this field, we thought that creating this OpenMoCast project and using the OpenMoko platform would be a good way to improve the usage of broadcasting technology.
I see. Now, most platforms, when you get started, there's a learning curve involved. So what are the kinds of things you had to overcome to get started with OpenMoko and figure out?
Yeah. Well, first of all, the OpenMoko project is it's not really a big project for now. It was started by a small company. So OpenMoko is a company, but it's a small company. So they don't have that much engineer working on the project. So they want to use a lot the community to improve the project and to develop the next platform for the OpenMoko devices. So the first maybe the biggest problem that we had is maybe the lack of documentation about the platform, so how to develop for it, and because many different groups are working on many different aspects of the software, so the documentation was often much older than the real state of the project. So yeah, to get into this community and to get used to dig up the information we needed was quite a big challenge at first.
Yeah, documentation can often be a big problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, speaking of which, a lot of people don't like to do the documentation. It's not viewed as a very exciting part of open source development. Can you think of a few things that were particularly exciting about developing on the platform? What really got you charged?
Well, what is really particular to this platform is the complete openness of the project. So from the software and even from the hardware, everything is open. So the documentation, well, not the documentation, but the specification of the hardware and the specification of the APIs of all the hardware components that are included in this device are open and available to everyone. So, for instance, a thing we could do because of this openness is the CAD files for the plastic casing of the device are available from the website. So we were able to to design and to create a plastic extension for the OpenMoko device. So because of this extension, we were able to integrate a USB receiver inside the platform and to manufacture this plastic extension and create well, not far from a real finished product from the OpenMoko device that included our broadcasting technology well built into the device because of that.
That's fascinating, actually. So in a way, it's not just open software, but it's also open hardware.
Yeah, well, yeah. This is the whole project could be tell as open. Yeah, so the complete software platform is based on Linux, so it's all open as Linux is, and hardware they offer the schematics also of all the electronics. So yeah, it's really open.
Okay. So another interesting thing, I guess, that I particularly like about open source projects is in a lot of ways there's less of the pressure to put something out before it's ready. So typically you hear the saying, it's not done until it's done. And what that means is that open source can really make sure they get it right before they push it out. Now, of course, we all know that's not always the case. Is there anything particularly about the platform that you feel is just not right and maybe should be overhauled or needs significant improvement?
Yeah, well, yes, for of course. For now, the main parts, because this OpenMoko device is supposed to be a phone platform, and they are still, even almost 2 years after the start of the project, they are still struggling to complete their GSM driver, which is, from our opinion, it's a critical part of this project. So I was at the beginning when we started to work on this platform, we were expecting to see maybe faster improvement of these critical components. So I guess it's still a problem for us to see that they still are not able to get their GSM driver really functional at that point. But we hope that it will improve in the future, of course.
Do you have any insights of why that might be? What's causing some of the difficulties, or?
Well, no, not really. Well, they are discussing a lot about this problem on the mailing list and the wiki pages from their website. But since we're not directly concerned by this problem, we're not following the issue really.
Okay. One thing that I find really exciting about these mobile smartphones, if you will, or mobile embedded development, particularly on open source, is that it allows incredible possibilities of applications and services that don't exist yet.
Yeah. Do
you have something that you can think of off the cuff that is really exciting? What's the most exciting application that doesn't exist today that you can see in the future?
Yeah, well, this platform is one of the only platform where any developer could develop about anything that he wants, because there's absolutely no control from, let's say, Apple or Google, for instance, that would want to limit, the applications that will be available on the platform. So one of the exciting use that I could see is a little bit part of what we're doing. So we want to add digital broadcasting network to be used on this device. But it would be a perfect device, to achieve perfect convergence of telecommunication networks that exist everywhere around us. So we could include broadcasting, well, cell phone is already there, well, GPS is there, but it's kind of another telecommunication type of network. And we could add WiMAX into this device. Bluetooth can be also used all at the same time and all in the same device. So from my point of view, it's the perfect device to attain convergence between all the available networking technology that exists today.
Yeah. So the platform is really exciting to you. I guess it's, who knows what weird and wonderful applications will come in the future.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm eager to see the possibilities.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. We've been talking with Jean-Michel Bouffard from CRC about OpenMoko.
Thank you.